not at all.
Let's get the introductions then to the first bout of the night.
Bulgaria for the first quarterfinal. In the blue corner, coming from Moldavia, wearing a black trunk, weighing 117 kilos, is a kick and an MMA fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikolai Viziciu.
Yeah, as he said, he is primarily a kickboxer, this guy, and he's also a kickboxer with not a lot of experience either. He's got his work cut out for him in this bout.
And now, in the red corner, coming from Germany, wearing the red trunk, weighing at 96 kilos, is a kick and a professional boxer, Marcel Gottschalk.
This is one of the most experienced, certainly as a professional boxer, Gottschalk. Yeah, debuted as a pro back in April of 2008. Won only 2 of his opening 9. He lost 5 in that, but the quality of the opposition was way too high. He was stopped by a guy called Seda Sahin, who was and still is an unbeaten German cruiserweight champion. Jeffrey Batella, a Belgian cruiserweight champion as well, though another one who actually turned him over.
Shake hands, back to the corner.
So Gottschalk's record in the last year is pretty good because he's 5 unbeaten, and what they've done, Richie, is they've just lowered the quality of the opponents that he's facing in the ring. They pitched him in way too high up the scale.
Yeah, you would favour him in this contest. He's giving it a bit of weight away, so he certainly doesn't need to be standing and trading with this bigger man. He needs to be hitting and moving, just keeping a bit of a distance between himself and his opponent. And yeah, but on paper, he's the favourite here.
Yeah, he began his career as a kickboxer before moving into the professional fight game fairly late on in his life. He is 29 years of age. And I mean, you can allude to how difficult it is to switch codes at the age of 26, 27 when you spend a lifetime fighting as in MMA or as a kickboxer. And this guy up against him, Viziciu, has only fought on 24 occasions over the course of his career. He's 27 years of age as a kickboxer and a Thai boxer. So this pretty much the first time he's ever been inside a boxing ring.
Yeah, Viziciu there. It's certainly suiting him, this type of bout. The German's just standing in front of him with his feet flat on the floor. He needs to move a little bit more. Viziciu, good head movements, and he's got home with a couple of good shots here.
Still quite a bit of distance in between them, and Gottschalk's got to get a bit closer than that. A little shake of the head as if to say, well, that didn't hurt. Again, tries to work a bit to the body of Viziciu. But he's in good physical shape, Gottschalk. And again, you can see the problem that he's got, the distance he's throwing the jab from, even with a fully extended arm, is barely reaching Viziciu.
Yeah, Gottschalk here just needs to keep popping this jab out. Keep his hands up, right hand over the top from Viziciu, that's what he's looking for, but his feet are a little bit too slow, the Moldovan, so he's just got to quicken things up a little bit here. But Gottschalk, just keep jabbing and keep that distance between himself and his opponent.
He said he's trained as never before, Viziciu. But he gets his man, gets Gottschalk on the ropes, but he almost lets him off as soon as he gets in there. There's 2 or 3 punches, and then that's all he's got time for.
Took the words out of my mouth there. That was a good position for Viziciu there. He just pushed his opponent back onto the ropes, and he's got to aim now to keep him there. See, lets him off again. Just a bit of inexperience, but he should be certainly concentrating on pushing his man back to the ropes, which will restrict his movement. He can only go left or right then.
Well, that was a variation on the bell.
That's a tough round to score. I'd give it to that man there. I think he did the better work there. Close one though.
Nikolai Viziciu, who hails from Chisinau. German amateur champion, Gutauchuk. Well, that's what it says in the first half of his record, but you pointed out a slight administrative error because it's got number of fights that he's fought as an amateur 0.
Yeah,
Two columns down, he's a German amateur champion.
Yeah. There's that little right hand, sneaky right hand over the top there, but good work here from Viziciu as he's coming forward. Nothing getting through there though, but nevertheless, I thought it was quite positive in that round, pushing his man back. Switches downstairs, keeps his man on the ropes there, that was good. Nothing coming back from Gutauchuk here either.
A bit of a disappointment that was really from Gutauchuk for the opening round when you consider that he's on a run of success inside the professional ring and he's up against a guy who has never had a professional boxing fight. So it's up to him to exert his superior skills here, show a bit of ring craft.
Yeah, he's come out here, Tim, with a bit more urgency, hasn't he, the German? I think he's had a bit of a roast in that corner. A little bit too lazy in that first round. He's coming forward now, blocking that shot, but that's the right hand that Viziciu has got to keep concentrating on throwing.
And it doesn't take him long to slink back into the same tactical approach as he had in the previous round, which is just keep himself at distance. Gutauchuk, that was a good right hand, managed to find its way through.
Crazy tactics when you're up against a much bigger man, just to stand in front of him like that. Just inviting that right hand over the top from Viziciu. Gutauchuk should be moving more around his opponent.
He was trying to hit him on the counter, waiting for that big right hand to come and to catch him, but he's simply not quick enough, and he's certainly the distance between the two was a problem, and still is, as you can see from that jab there. Well, the German midway through this second round. Remember, it's only a 3-round affair, this. But there's no real time for complex tactical approaches. You just got to get out there and swing almost and dominate.
It was a better start to the round from Gutauchuk, but what he's got to start doing now, Tim, is just work more with straight punches. He must maintain that gap between himself. This is better.
Good uppercut, that.
Yeah, uppercut, but good straight hand work as well.
Again, really, he should have enough stamina left in him to launch more than just that.
I mean, Viziciu now, he's getting tired, isn't he? He's thrown a lot of... That was a good left hand from him, but he's thrown a lot of work into that opening round, and he's starting to feel it a little bit now.
Yeah, you can just see from the body language, just beginning to blow a bit. Viziciu still looking for that big overhand right. Well, maybe he's waiting for the final round. And there's the right hand, followed by a left uppercut and a left hook from Gutauchuk. That's the best exchange so far.
Yeah, good work there from the German. And what he's done also here, Tim, he sensed that his opponent was tiring there. Good end to the round. For me, it's 1-1 now.
Right, now you fought in Bulgaria. Is this a local custom, the banging of a cymbal at the end of the at the end of the first round? Where's the bell?
Yeah,
you had it. You fought it.
Yeah, well, I actually fought in Varna, which is on the Black Sea. Lovely place actually, and I had one of my best wins as an amateur here against a very good Bulgarian fighter called Angel Stoyanov. He beat me 5-0 in a tournament beforehand, and I came back at the return and beat him 3-2. So yeah, it was a good win for me.
Good history of producing quality amateur fighters, haven't they, in the Balkans?
Yeah, well, late 80s, especially Bulgaria were one of the strongest nations in amateur boxing. Still a communist country then, and they really did have some good fighters. But this was great work towards the end of the round here from Katalshuk, keeping his man pinned back. That was good. Just walked onto a shot there, but for me, that last 20 seconds or so got the second round for him. There it is.
So, third and final round then here. Katalshuk in the red, Visicu in the black. This is where you would expect this to swing in favour of the more experienced boxer out there, who is the man in the red trunks. Visicu has put up a decent show so far. He's certainly not been overwrought.
Yeah, just signs in that at the end of the second round that he was running out of gas a little bit. Feet are very flat-footed. Not a lot of movement there either. That was better with the head movement, and that's what he's got to keep doing. If your feet are flat on the floor, you must move your head. He's a bit of a static target now. He's starting to get picked off again. Again,
you saw just as Katalshuk was launching that attack that he was almost falling into the punch. He's still shown far too much respect to his opponent, but when he gets close, he gets picked off.
Well, Katalshuk, what he's looking for now is the right uppercut, because Visicu is leaning forward, but Visicu has still got that dangerous right hand over the top.
This could still go either way with just over half the final round to go here. And it isn't going to get any easier for Katalshuk. Thought he might have eased his way into this fight. Almost given away the first round before upping the work rate in the second. But he's never really managed to shake his man off, and all Visicu has done is grown a bit in confidence.
Yeah. Just got to concentrate on straight shots. I can't believe he's walking forward and he's just inviting that right hand from Visicu. He's got to watch it here, because with heavyweight boxing we know the last punch of the fight can end it. I think Katalshuk again is winning this round, but he's got to watch out for that right hand over the top.
Final minutes, and Visicu hung his chin out then. And the right hand of Katalshuk very nearly landed on it. Has lost his balance a little bit then, and very nearly got caught with that right hand counter from Katalshuk.
Lovely straight jab from him there, Katalshuk. That was lovely. Good shot. Basic punch. Just keep the gap, maintain that distance and gap with that punch. It's a little bit too close for comfort to actually ease up, because obviously he's got to think about winning this tournament and going further on in the competition. He's got to box 2 or 3 times.
Now he's just began to lose it a bit there. Visicu, he was lucky again, he didn't get caught by the right hand, and again it goes over the head, and that is the end of the third round. And that, he's raising his arms as he walks back to his corner. Katalshuk, he's done enough to win that.
Yeah, I think he's won it. I think the last 2 rounds, I thought the first round was very close, but the last 2 rounds for me, and this fella, I think he's won it.
So we'll go to the judges again before we move on to our second quarter final.
Yeah, some good work in that last round. Again, he ended the round quite well, which always catches the judges' eyes. There were some good straight shots that went in from him. A little right hook there. Going forward, pushing his man back. Good head movement there. Shame he didn't connect with that counter, but there's that straight jab. Lovely punch.
So here we go then.
Winner of his first quarterfinal by split decision. In the red corner, Marcel Gottschalk.
So he did just enough. Split decision, but he goes through to a semi-final. So then, next to make their way to the ring will be introduced.
Kilos is a kick, a tie, and a muay, and an MMA fighter, Enriquez Zoa. And in the red corner, coming from Serbia, wearing a black and white trunk, weighing at 109 kilos, is a kickboxer, Dragan Jovanovic. And the referee is still Georgiev from Bulgaria.
So then, away we go then with the first round here.
Rules. I need to follow them. Shake hands. Shake hands. Back to the corner.
A tale then of two kickboxers turning their hand to professional boxing. They've got to do something about the symbol, haven't they?
Something with a set of drums around here is a symbol missing, I think.
So Jovanovic in the black and white trunks, and Zoa from Angola in the straight black trunks. Well, Jovanovic had the better of that exchange. Certainly the more senior of the two. He's 35 years of age now, Jovanovic, but he is still competing on a regular basis. Zoa has this very calm, relaxed demeanor, whereas Jovanovic is about getting into the face of as soon as he can.
Yeah, I think it's a lively start from both boxers, to be quite honest. And two boxers are very inexperienced, obviously, at professional boxing. So over 3 rounds, they should give a good account of themselves in terms of fitness as well. But I like Jovanovic, the way he's coming forward, good straight puncher. Or should I say fair straight puncher, and yeah, it's a lively opening.
Yeah, good start then this by Jovanovic. Quite a lot meeting on the arms there of Zoa.
There was a good right hand though that went through there on Zoa's chin. He took it well, but one did get through, just over the top of his left hand.
Sonny, we see this quite often when you see the kickboxers getting in. There's a real reluctance by them to actually work to the body. It's something they're not used to doing because the foot is there.
Yeah. Also, with a lot of kickboxers and martial artists, they're very relaxed, and a lot of the time they'll have their hands fairly low. But these two seem to have been well coached in the gym. Their hands are nice and high, which is good to see.
The defense of Jovanovic is fairly swift to disappear when he goes on those marauding raids and starts using those straight punches of his. He is open to a counter if indeed Zoa could actually get a shot off. Quite reasonable hand speed, the pair of them.
Yeah, not bad. One of the problems Zoa's got when he throws his...
that was a good
left hook. One of the problems he's got though, Tim, when he throws his jab, he keeps dropping his right hand, so he's open to a left hook himself. Watch as he throws his jab, his right hand just comes down a little bit. But yet that was a fair round. He finished the round well there, Zoa, but I would think this fella just edged it. I'll give him the first round. Yeah,
what they have managed to do with this particular event is make reasonable matches. I mean, I know you're taking people out of different fight disciplines, but what you tend not to see is people getting rolled over within 25 seconds of getting in there.
Well, no one wants to see that, do they? You know, it doesn't do our sport any good at all. So, yeah, even matches. They're both at a very similar level. So this isn't a bad contest. And they'll both learn from it, and that's what we want to see. This was a good opening from Jovanovic.
He did get caught with a good left hook then as well from Zawa.
As he's coming forward. But general terms, a little good right hand there. And Zoa just tried that little right uppercut and against. That's good. And there's that left hook. That was probably the best punch of the round, certainly from Zoa. Fairly even round.
So then again, it looks as if we can get more of the same for 3 minutes here. And if it's difficult to see up here, it's difficult for judges to score this type of fight, isn't it? Because both of them are throwing punches at the same time.
Yeah,
here.
and it's just the odd shot that's getting through here and there, which obviously catches the judge's eyes. But I think towards the end of the first round, Zoa certainly was growing in confidence. So it'll be interesting to see how he comes out now, working well with his jab. He didn't start the first round very well, but he certainly ended it better. So the confidence should be with him.
This is coach giving the instruction from the corner. Tries to switch his attack, then opening with the uppercut.
Yeah, that was a nice little combination there. Right uppercut, left hook from Jovanovic.
Yeah, leans into that shot and hung his head right out there. He was lucky he didn't get caught with a left hand then from Zawa.
The punch that Zawa should try to be thrown also is maybe his own right uppercut, because as Jovanovic is coming forward, he leans in a little bit too much sometimes, and he could be open to that right uppercut and then finish on that left up combination also.
He's trying to assert a bit more authority in this round. He was pushed around a bit in the opening round, but he's tended to dictate the pace and whereabouts that Jovanovic is going rather in the ring. He's pushing him back here. But he was until he got turned and took a decent right hand followed with a left hook from Jovanovic.
You see, when it's fairly even like this, there's not a lot in this round. It's those punches that catches the judge's eyes, that make the head go back, where there's a definite point scored, and that could be the difference.
But he's certainly thrown the majority of the punches, is Jovanovic.
Lovely little left hook there from Jovanovic. He went to throw it as a jab, switched the angle, turned it into a hook. Long range hook, it was a good shot. There's that right uppercut from Zawa, that wasn't bad.
Final 10 seconds of the second round. Zawa pinning him back on the ropes, but he fights out well. Again, takes that uppercut.
Good second round. That's a tough one to score. That could have gone either way.
Well, the last one went to a split decision. This one might be going the same way. And the two kickboxers have put on a decent show here.
It could be one round apiece. I think Jovanovic has just sneaked both those opening rounds on my scorecard, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was one apiece. So I mean, in the corner they'll be saying that you know, it's anyone's fight now. It's all on the last round. But some good jabs there from Zawa, keeping his man at bay. Lovely shot there. He also ended the round well as well, didn't he, Zawa?
Yeah, finished strongly, Zawa. There's that uppercut.
Close round.
Well, they've been fairly frantic these opening 2 rounds. This should be more of the same in round 3 then, final round. Jovanovic in the black and white trunks, Zauer in the all black with the Special Forces logo. And once again, is Jovanovic quick to try and assert himself. Zauer's just got to cut loose a bit here. He's been a bit too thoughtful, a bit too methodical at time. He's got to do a bit more eye-catching work here because once again, Jovanovic is setting a pace.
Well, his corner will know that he's definitely lost one of the rounds for me. He may have lost the 2 or it might be 1-1. So they will have told him that, you know, it's all on this last round, and he started the round very well. Started to command with the jab a little bit more. And that's what he should be doing, setting himself up behind that jab, that straight left hand. He can then bring his uppercut through and maybe a right hook, sorry, a right hand left hook. I think he's boxing better behind the jab, Zauer.
As the right hand decides to leave off with the uppercut this time, and he did make a connection, but again, there was plenty of distance in between. So all the power really lost.
Yeah, Jovanovic is strong, keeps coming forward, taking the shots, but very determined. He seems to be, he's got that attitude of he's prepared to take a shot to land one.
And he's 5 years older than the man he's facing here. Yeah, a couple of good right hands from Zauer, but they're just not carrying any power.
What we needed there, though, Tim, after he landed those right hands, he needed then to step in and then push his man back a little bit. That would convince the judges a little bit more. He's punching well on the back foot, but now and again you've got to, like that, that's better. He's pushing his man now forward. Sorry, he's pushing his man backwards.
Got to be careful.
That's impressive to the judges.
He doesn't punch himself out here. I mean, it's been a supreme effort, this, from Jovanovic, the 35-year-old.
Well, again, they're not thinking, they're not even thinking of further on in the competition, are they? Because they're very inexperienced. But good work rate from both boxers.
Oh, we appear to have a stoppage here for something or other. Maybe it is the, is it the gum shield gone?
Oh, is it a cut of some sort? On his left eye, I think, in the corner of his left eye, there might be a cut. Yeah, just above on the eye.
Just about to see it, yeah.
But the blood's not running into the eye. I was
going to say, it's unusual to see a stoppage for that. It was the clash of heads that brought it on, which is the reason why we got the stoppage. But Jovanovic is right back in there again. And it would be a sensible policy to do what Zauer was doing, was trying to move around the ring and use his jab, but with half a minute to go in a fight that he's losing, he needs to do something that is a bit more eye-catching than that. The right uppercut.
Yeah, there you go. There's that shot we talked about. What Zauer's doing now is actually counter-attacking. He's beating his man to the punch. Oh, 15
seconds left.
What's going on there?
I'll tell you what went on there. They didn't stop the clock, did they?
No, they didn't.
Did Enrique Zauer. That should be confirmed here and now.
the winner and qualified for the semi-final by unanimous decision in the blue corner, Enriquez Zoa.
There you go.
Well,
An MMA and a professional fighter, winner of Bigger's Better numbers 3, Milan Pono. And in the red corner, wearing a blue and white trunk, weighing at 101 kilos, is a kick and tie fighter, Kamil Sokolovsky. And the referee is coming from Germany, Klaus Agemann.
And you know the rules. And I say back, step back, and I take a count, go in the neutral corner. Touch gloves, and good luck.
so Panov then has an awful lot of experience in the boxing ring as an amateur. Short of 100 fights as an amateur. He took part in the World Championships. He's been over to Cuba, he's fought over there, he's been a European silver medalist, bronze medalist, he's won it all. And he switched as well, he's fought in MMA, he's fought as a kickboxer, so he knows the rules and the game in all three of these disciplines. Is whether or not he's got the craft now to take his man out as who's never been in a boxing ring before.
Yeah, he's fought Cubans, hasn't he? He's been over to Cuba as an amateur and had some good sparring over there. Been in tournaments all over the world, fighting for Bulgaria over the 3 rounds distance. So, you know, he's used to this type of tournament. And you'd have to say he'd be favourite here.
But he's a big unit, isn't he, Sokolowski? I mean, if he actually started off, well, look, that's a clear shove.
What I like about Sokolowski as well, Tim, you know, he's in good condition. You look at him, he's a big man, but obviously trains hard. Not a lot of fat on him.
I was going to say, if he could actually work a jab, he could actually stand in the middle of the ring and just pick Panov off for the 3 minutes of the round. But he's in there to make a show as well. But Panov, if you cast your mind back to the Bigger's Better that he was in just before Christmas, then he likes nothing better than to get in close and he's a real fighter, real scrapper, Panov. There's nothing scientific about any of his approach.
We'll just lead him with that left hook to the body there. Dangerous shot to lead with. If you miss the target, you're all over the place. But he's confident with that shot. Very relaxed guard, Panov. But again, Sokolowski, I think he's showing some good skills for a man who's very inexperienced, and I think he has definitely got to concentrate again on that right uppercut. Panov does dip his head forward.
Whoa, what a great right uppercut that was that nearly took his head off. Unbelievable shot that was from Milan Panov.
Well, that's the punch I thought he should have been throwing. But great shot that was from Panov.
He's got the home crowd on his side with that, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, a good recovery from Sokolowski, or he is at the moment.
Yeah, well, that shows his fitness as well, Sokolowski. That was a super punch, and he seems to have recovered from it. And obviously, the fitter you are as a fighter, then you do recover from shots.
That mouth is hanging heavy at the end of the first round. He looks very unfazed, unstressed. We'll get another look at that punch. As I tell you what, that's one of the best punches we've seen in this competition since it first started.
Punches from all different angles, doesn't he, Panov? And also very relaxed guard. Shoved off it there. That was a bit naughty, but great shot coming up. That right uppercut.
It's how low he dropped, wasn't it? He was almost on the floor when this came up.
Shots from different angles. Right hand over the top there. There's that left hook he leads with to the body, and then he develops into, rather delivers that. What a super punch that was.
No, he looks fairly clear-headed, does Sokolowski. He's not been afraid to get in and try and mix it up with Panov, but he's not scored an awful lot when he's got in there. The punches have been wild. The majority of them have missed.
Oh, again, lovely shots from different angles from Panov. Right hand over the top, left hook combination. Very relaxed. That was a good left hook there from the pole. Sokolowski, lovely shot downstairs. And he just senses, I think, that Panov is looking for a breather here and there. A bit lazy, Panov. Sokolowski very, very fit on the front foot. And he's forcing the pace.
Then takes another left hook then from Sokolowski. He tries to work once more with that left hook to the body, which has just reddened up around the rib cage of the big pole. He's come back with some smart work of his own here.
Yeah, Sokolowski's he's boxed his way back into this contest. Started the round very well indeed. Just got to watch it as he's walking forward. So this man, Panov, he delivers shots from different angles. And there, look at that, right uppercut, left hook over the top. And he's certainly a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, a bit of a wild swing with the right hand this time. He was sharp to get out. Comes back with an uppercut of his own.
The eye-catching shots, certainly from Panov here. Sokolowski has got to up the work rate, keep the pressure on. He's looking for breathers all the time, Panov, definitely.
It's a really, really low guard, isn't it? If Sokolowski can time it right and get in there, there's plenty of target to hit. And he is beginning to swing wildly with some of these. They've got a bit of a heavy look to them, these punches from Panov.
Solid jab to the body there from Sokolowski. He's done well, really well in this round. Someone who was on his backside in that opening round, he's fought his way back. He's done very well.
Again, there's that right uppercut that just went whistling past the chin of Sokolowski. Well, Panov has got half an eye, hasn't he, on the rest of the night's work to come. Well, interesting exchange that at the end of round two. And if he thought, Panov, that he'd put Sokolowski Vital round. Sokolowski is quick. Panov had to be dragged out of his corner, then no touching her gloves. And what's he going to do? Is he saved himself up for a final flourish here, Panov. Sokolowski isn't going to go out without a scrap here.
Well, the corner from Sokolowski will have said to him, listen, if you've got any chance in this fight now, you've got to win this last round. And that's why I think he's come out on the front foot. But he's got to watch what he's doing here. He's in against a very dangerous puncher. Those shots over the top.
There goes the uppercut from Paunov again.
And if you're walking forward, Tim, just constantly like that, then, you know, there's a good chance you could walk onto a big right hand. Got to watch what he's doing. Oh, lovely 1-2 that was from the pole. Good work.
Again, he's pouring away with that left, trying to just tee himself up for the big right hand. There it goes again from Paunov, but just round the back of the head of Sokolowski.
This for a pro debut from Sokolowski is pretty impressive. I think he's very, very fit. He hasn't even had any amateur boxing experience either. Pretty good display.
Minute and a half left. Well, you talked about walking on to big shots, and he just walked onto another big left. Real hurtful stuff from Paunov. But to be fair, you were talking about his impressive opening to his pro career. If he continues to stay in boxing, he's taken these shots, these big shots, very well.
You know, he got caught with a terrific right uppercut, didn't he, at the start of the contest? Put him down. He's got up and he's really responded positively. You know, he may even nick that second round on work rate.
Minute to go in the third then. Sokolowski has got to give it everything he's got in this final minute if he's to hold out any hope of turning this around.
Paunov again just showing the signs of being tired. He's holding a lot. He fights in bursts.
He does lose his balance a bit as well, Paunov. Seen that a couple of times as fatigue has set in a bit in this round.
Well, he's counter-punching, isn't he, on the back foot? He's waiting for his opponent to come forward, lunge forward, and then he tries to catch him on the counter. He needs to be a bit fitter, though, for me, Tim. There's that right hand.
Yeah, great right hand again. But once more, Sokolowski just soaks it up. And a cheeky left hook of his own on the way out. Why not?
Why not? If the referee hasn't said stop or break, then he's there to be it. You put one on him.
Yeah, it's Floyd Mayweather we can say.
Exactly.
Well, he's put generous applause too.
The winner and qualified for the semi-final in the blue corner by unanimous decision, Paunov.
No surprises this time. Don't think Sokolowski expected the victory either, but
in the blue corner, wearing a blue trunk, weighing at 102 kilos. He has more than 260 amateur fights. Petrizor Gananaou. And in the red corner, wearing a black trunk, weighing at 125 kilos, is a kick and MMA fighter, Roger Pinas. And the referees one more time, Mr. Klaus Hagemann.
Right, well, out of all of the fights that we've had so far tonight, this one might be the one that doesn't go the distance.
Say break,
but
step back. And
I suppose who knows, because Gannon out
neutral corner.
in his amateur career a few years ago.
Coach, go out. Thank you.
For some reason, he never did turn pro. So what's he got left? At 35 years of age then, Gannon out against the kickboxer, the relatively inexperienced kickboxer as well. And he's quite fleshy around the middle, so in fact they both are really, so maybe Gannon out should be trying to work a bit to his body, as you can see he did there.
Yeah, good work there from Gannon out. Southpaw. Well to the body in the opening 10 or 20 seconds. Maybe his corner have told him there to target his opponent's midriff there.
Can't quite get close to throw anything at the moment. So somebody will probably ask you the question, why would you, after having such a big amateur record, then not go on in your mid-20s and turn pro and try and earn yourself a bit of money, especially if you've had the reasonable level of success that Gannon now had?
Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you get some amateur boxers who have a long career and they just get so used to the 3 rounds, and then they may spar in the gym over, I don't know, 7 or 8 rounds and really not take to it and think, well, you know, I don't think the pro game is for me. It's a totally different game, remember. You're targeting different energy systems in your training, and some boxers just do not, who just can't make the transition from amateur to professional boxing.
Well, Gannon now has got the look of somebody that's been out of the ring for a while, up against somebody who looks as though they've never been in one, which is exactly what his opponent has in terms of the previous history. Bit scrappy this opening round. Needs a bit of quality from the Romanian. That was a better left hand from him.
Yeah, lovely 1-2 there from Gannon out. Just waiting for his opponent here, just sitting on his back foot.
A decent uppercut then from Pinas. Again, he's in there with that quick 1-2 and out again. Maybe he just can't actually sustain anything longer at this stage of his career. Again, switches to the body.
Yeah, that was a nice left hand there. What we needed to see from that was then probably a right up to the head from Gannon out. But I think it's his round.
There you go. You can vote for your favourite boxer of the night on the website listed below. Whether or not they win or whether or not they don't. See if you quite like Sokolowski or you quite like Jovanovic in the previous fight. Both of whom put up decent accounts of themselves. You can vote to see them again in the next round of this Bigger is Better, which is in a couple of months' time. So round 2 then of 3, Gannon out in the blue trunks. You've got to sharpen up a bit.
Well, he switches well to the body, doesn't he,
Yeah.
Gannon now, especially with that left hand. Brings his opponent onto that left downstairs.
And every time he gets within range, like he says, that quick 1-2 from Gannon out, the scoring shots, he's just getting peppered with them throughout the opening half minute. And he's just doing enough to take the points to win the round. It's not particularly eye-catching. There it is again.
Oh, it was a good shot. That was delayed reaction there. That was a good punch.
Oh,
Caught his opponent high on the head. Yeah.
Was very much a delayed reaction.
I think he hit Pinas there right high on the head. And he never recovered.
Big left hand again from Gannon out. Well, it's an admirable effort this is from Pinas, but he really should be staying out of the way. Really give himself time to get his head clear, because he's just walking on to more vicious barrages either to head or body. And he's now just loosened up a bit. He's now begun to remember what it's all about, hasn't he, Gannon out?
Gannon out, what he should be doing now, Tim, he should be really stepping on the gas here. He knows his opponent's in trouble, still hasn't really recovered, but he's still just hanging back. Should be stepping on the gas, going on the front foot, changing his tactics a little bit, because his man's still a little bit weary.
Right, he's got half a minute left to survive. It's a good recovery. And maybe he just doesn't quite have the energy left after what's been quite an energetic round for Gannon out to finish his man off here. Well, it did look like dead man walking about a minute ago.
Well, Gannon now just let him off the hook, hasn't he? That's been the problem there. He should have upped his work rate and really stepped on it a little bit more, and he's let this man recover.
Oh.
Good shot to the body there as well, but just before that he caught his man with a super punch. Bit of a delayed reaction, but he really did put his shots well together at one stage here, Gannon now. There's that delayed reaction.
Yeah, it was
fast shot, must have been high on the tempo. That's a 10-8 round.
Well, Gannon now really just has to walk through this now, conserve a bit of energy and think ahead. So Gannon out in the blue, in control, and unless he gets stopped by Pinas, then he's done enough to win.
Pinas, as he's going forward, far little, no head movement, there to be hit.
Right, he's giving it a go, but he's just well short of the quality, well short of the power that he's needed. Well, he might be showboating a bit at the moment, Gannon out, at the defeat of a man that has never been in a boxing ring before. Isn't anything to get too excited about, because he's going to meet his match, or more than his match, in the semi-finals.
Gannon now there, just got caught with a shot and he's holding. A few distressing little signs there from him. He looked to be totally in control at one point, but he got caught with a shot on the back foot, holding. His opponent just can't grasp it there, can he?
I'd like to see a bit more work to Pinas's body. He's got a minute left to survive here. And he is partially in survival mode here, isn't he? Because he's not getting too close.
Yeah, his feet are very slow and down and out, just on that back foot, just bringing him onto shots, but just needs to work a little bit harder here. Lovely shot again downstairs and down and out.
Well, you can see the confidence clearly flowing in Gannon out. It's as if somebody's just flicked a switch to 10 years ago. He suddenly remembers all the moves, all the punches, all the angles, everything that got him into those championship finals, got him over to Cuba. Got him the amateur record that he carries with him till to today. It's all he can do to hang on in there.
Yeah, fairly easy win here for down and out. Yeah, switching downstairs again, good shot. Yeah, 3 rounds there.
So Gannon out. We'll go on to the semi-final. That'll take us to the first semi-final, which is Gottschalk in action against Enrique Zawa. Here comes the official decision then.
The winner and qualified for the semi-final by unanimous decision in the blue corner, Petrizor Gananau.
Right, there we go. Then we're going to take a short commercial break. Then we will be back with the first semi-final.
In the blue corner, weighing at 96 kilos, Marcel Gottschalk. And in the red corner, weighing at 100 kilos, Enriquez Zawa.
First then of the night's semi-finals.
From Bulgaria, Mr. Vladimir Kondov.
Marcel.
He's a bit slow to the center of the ring.
Good luck, both of you. Shake hands. Back to the corners.
So Zawa into a professional ring for the second time in his relatively long fighting career. He's a kickboxer, Thai boxer, MMA. He's done it all. Switched to boxing, or professional boxing, only back in October. As we said, he lost against a Blackpool-based Lucien Bott in Lisbon. It was a 3-rounder. But nothing appears to hurry Gottschalk, and nothing really appears to worry or hurry Zawa, so this could be quite a slow affair.
Well, I think Zauer will be fairly confident going into this contest because his first opponent, Jovanovic, was very strong coming forward and really got to him at times, but he weathered the storm. He came through it, so he's up against a man now who's a little bit lighter than him as well. So I think he'll be fairly confident.
Well, that's a good right hand from Zauer.
Got shot there himself, landed a right hand, but he walked on to a good counter from Zauer.
Well, he certainly put a bit more into this opening half minute of this round than he did in the opening round against Visitiu.
There was a little mistake there from Gottschalk, the way he just stood and invited that right hand. And Zauer certainly delivered it.
Yeah, there's one thing about Zauer, as we saw in that fight against Jovanovic. He might not have been as quick in unloading the punches, but the accuracy of his punching was pretty good, as you saw there with that left hook counter. Good shot that from Zauer. And just showing he's got a bit of a repertoire as well with the right uppercut.
Yeah, nice little slip there as well from Zauer. This is good boxing from him in this round. Showing the variety, good jab, little slip again, and then comes back with the right hook. So, yeah, good variation in his work, Zauer.
And again, he's going to end the first round here. Gottschalk needing to up the level of his game in the second round, or do something to catch the eye. Right hand again from Zauer was a nice clean shot. And that's the end of the round. Who'd you give it to?
Oh, that was Zauer's round for me. No problem at all. Gottschalk got caught with far too many shots. No head movement coming forward. Okay, he had his hands up, his guard was nice and high, but punches did get through, in particular the right hook. So yeah, good round from this man. Very confident with his jab. Just brings his opponent onto shots. A little short left hook there. That was a good shot. And there's that right hook again. Oh, just whisker short, wasn't it, that left hook from Zauer?
There it is again.
Yeah. I mean, actually takes a right hand, but then delivers a left hook, so a bit scrappy towards the end. But I thought he did the better work, certainly.
But if you had to guess, looking at which of these two was the one that had actually had the longer record as a professional in a ring, it would be Zauer. He just looks a smarter boxer, certainly does from what we've seen so far. Round 2 and 3 then in this semi-final, the first semi-final. And Gottschalk in the red trunks from Germany, Zauer in the black trunks from Angola, based in Holland.
If you remember, in Gottschalk's first contest, he had a bad first round.
Yeah.
I thought he lost the first round, then he came out all guns blazing in that second round, and similar now. I think his corner have told him. Gets caught there, though. But he certainly ups the work rate at the start of the second round.
Again, some decent scoring shots coming from Zauer.
Oh, nice jab. Super punch. Better return from Gottschalk, but his problem here, Tim, is he's no head movement at all. He's so easy to hit, standing in front of his opponent. Look, no head movement, static target.
You wouldn't have thought it was a difficult thing to actually coach, isn't it? What you'd call a basic.
Definitely movement, yeah, and certainly in professional boxing, more movement obviously above the waist. Slipping and ducking punches, you know, it's all part of it.
He's making heavy weather of this.
Simple shot, lovely shot, simple jab, maintains the gap between himself and Gottschalk. Simple boxing from Zauer there.
Again.
He should be slipping them jabs, you see. It's a good return from him there, but he should slip the jab. Anticipate the shot coming, slip it, and then obviously either right hand over the top or slip to your left and throw the left hook.
Once again, he just plants himself there. There's a bit of movement coming in there, and a reasonable combination, but 2 or 3 of those didn't find anywhere near the target. And now he's just hanging on a bit here. There's the uppercut and the left hook. Very nearly caught them with a right hand with Zauer. Left his guard down a bit. And that right stung as well, didn't it, from Zauer, who's continuing in this round to score the better shots.
A good finish to the round from Gottschalk, but Zauer, for me, again, he's done the better work in this round, maintaining that gap between himself and his opponent. He's prepared to work on the inside, which is good, but he's a better mid to long range boxer, Zauer, and I think he took that second round as well.
Again,
Good counters.
good stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, waiting for his opponent to attack, and then he comes back with some quick replies. Look, sneaky little right up there. They got through. That was a good attack there from Zauer. And he just finishes with that straight jab again.
And you can always get a feel for it. We're looking at the highlights. I mean, these guys turning the highlights around, and we're picking out pretty much everything that Zauer did.
Yeah, there was the odd occasion that Gottschalk got through with some punches. He seems to find his spurts. Doesn't sustain it enough for me. Nice little right hand there from him. Wasn't enough of them though.
So 3rd and final round, and Gottschalk, we think, has got a bit of work to do if he wants to make it into the final. Zauer has acquitted himself fairly well, and again, you know, bluster of an opening then from Gottschalk, but he didn't land with a lot, and the counter punching coming from Zauer cleaner.
Nice little move. Yeah, Zauer seems comfortable sitting on that back foot. Lets his opponents come forward. He's got a good guard at the start of this tournament. Then he kept dropping his right hand. I thought he was open to a left hook, but no one seems to have been throwing that shot against him. But I think his work rate is good as well. Super right hand punch that was.
Yeah, found a clear way through to the target.
What I like from Zauer also, he'll do a little slip now and again to his left. Good nice defensive work.
It's almost like watching a robot, isn't it? Watching.
Well, that was but that was a better attack from him, Tim, coming forward. Knows, I think he senses he's behind, knows he needs a very good last round, so he's going for it, and that was a good attack.
Yeah, just using the ropes to his advantage then, Zauer.
What Gottschalk has got to watch out for, though, as he's coming forward, he doesn't walk onto a big punch because there's no head movement. Look, again, gets caught with the left hook. He's worked better in this round, the German, but he's still open as he's come forward.
Good combination that time. The right and left hook. Finding a way through as the guard just begins to drop of Zauer. The intensity of the attacks from Gottschalk have had a little bit of effect here, but
that was a super punch from Zauer there. Little right uppercut. Great punch, great shot.
Gottschalk is giving everything that he's got.
See, Zauer's mistake in this round, Tim, he's allowed Gottschalk to get to him, so he hasn't thrown so many jabs. That's what he should have been doing. He hasn't been maintaining that gap. Gottschalk has got to him on the inside, and this is his round up to now.
Yeah, on sheer work rate alone, he's outworked and outboxed his opponent here. Takes a good left hook, though, from Zauer. Oh, good right hand. And right on the bell at the end of that round. But Bell saved him.
Well, we said, didn't we, as he's coming forward, he's open.
Well, that's done him.
Incredible.
Well, that's it. End of the round.
Incredible. He seemed to be winning that round then on sheer work rate. But walks onto a cracking punch. Lovely shot.
Yeah, it's a couple of good shots. The left hook initially, and then he walked onto that big right hand. And we can see the end just here.
Again, seeing some good work from Zauer. Gottschalk coming forward, but he's open. Just sheer determination, taking him and pushing his man down, just down there, but very determined. Gottschalk in this round walks onto a left hook. There was that little right uppercut. For me, it was a belting punch, but this one coming up here, there it was. Short right hand, wasn't it? Great punch. There's that little slip I talked about earlier. Little slip to the left there from Zauer. Lovely work.
Should be Zauer's fight.
Winner and qualified for the final by unanimous decision, Enrique Zauer!
Yeah, no controversy there, and a deserved win for Enrique Zauer.
In the blue corner, weighing at 95 kilos, winner of Biggersbetterboxing number 3, Milan Pondo! And in the red corner, weighing at 102 kilos, Patricio Gananao! The referee of his second semi-final, Klaus Hagemann.
No touch after a break. Take a count, you go in the neutral corner. Step back in your corner. Thank you.
Right, well, in truth, what should happen here is the first time that Poundov throws a big punch is that Gananao will go down. There's 9 years between these two. So, taking conditioners, Poundov in. He was blowing a bit toward the end of the second round in his previous fight. Gananao, it took him a bit of time to get going, but when he rediscovered what he had,
I think they both showed signs of lack of fitness in their opening contests, to be quite honest, Tim. Gananao towards the end, but all the way through, Poundov seemed to be, he's certainly very good at controlling the pace, and he likes a more leisurely pace, does Poundov. He's got very good skills, throws shots from all different angles, but he does like a slower pace.
Well, Sokolowski got in and ruffled him up quite early on. Standing off and just admiring the view. All he'll do is sit there and wait to launch either the big right hand or his left hook, both of which did significant damage in the previous fight. And I think Gananao will taste one of those and realise that he doesn't want to be anywhere near it. And the problem will be is that Poundov doesn't really go on the hunt, does he?
No, in his last contest, Poundov, he just sat back, didn't he? Preferred his opponent to come to him, but he's in against the counter-punching southpaw here. So it's a change of tactic now. He's going on the front foot. Gananao, he prefers to sit back. And he's waiting all the time for Paranov, but now Paranov, gotta watch what he's doing here as he's coming forward. With his hands low, you see, if he's coming forward, he might walk onto a shot.
But he isn't going to get manhandled. Again and out is a big bloke. Tries to work that left hook to the body, then again and out. And again, went a bit low that time. It was a low blow, which is why he's given a bit of time out.
You see, the problem that Paranov has got, he finds himself a little bit too far away from his opponent. That's because he's up against the southpaw who's sitting back. That's why he's just pouring with that jab. He's measuring the distance. He knows he's got to get closer to his man to land the shot. There you go.
He very nearly took a left coming on to that. Gannon now going close to that left hook. It's been a scrappy, untidy first round, this. Difficult one to score.
Yeah, it is difficult. I think Gannon may have just done enough. But you got to remember, we're in Bulgaria and Paranov Bulgarian.
Especially against Gannon now, who is a Romanian.
Just running forward a little bit too much here. Paranov trying to get closer to his man. He walked onto a shot there. Falling short with his attacks. That was the low shot. This was better from him. Although it was a good guard from Gannon out. Not a lot landing there.
Okay, vote for your favourite fighter that you've seen throughout the course of the night, whether they've won or lost. Round two it is then.
I think we may see a change in tactic here from Paranov. I think he'll go on the front foot and try and close his man down. That's one of the ways you box against the southpaw who sits back. You've got to close him down, don't give him the room. He may try to get him back onto the ropes. He's coming forward with his hands high, but he knows he's got to get to him, and I think that's what he's going to do. Yeah,
much smarter approach this from Paranov in the second round. Little distance between them. He's right in his face here. Gannon now is going to have to stand there and fight here. Haven't seen any of those sharp little 1-2 combinations of Gannon now yet.
Nice shot, right hand there from Paranov. What he's actually trying to do there, Paranov, as he's coming forward now with his hands low, he's actually trying to goad his man into throwing a shot, and so he can force him into a mistake, and then he can do the countering.
Yeah, it's all a bit scrappy. And the screaming words of encouragement and coaching coming from the corner of Paranov.
What's essential for Gannon now here? He's got to hold the centre of the ring. He can't allow Paranov to actually push him back to the ropes. Must hold centre, stay in the space of the ring. He'll do better from those positions.
But he's not landed with anything of any significance until then. That chopping right hand then from Gannon out. That's about the best punch he's thrown so far. And a couple of good uppercuts then from Paunov. So Paunov is beginning to find some range. Some of these short, sharp punches, the right and the left then, stop Paunov in his tracks.
Yeah, that's better movement from Gunnar now there, just moving around his opponent. What Paunov's got to do here, Tim, as well, he's got to double up the attack. So he's got to launch one attack and then straight away, slight pause, then go into another one and push his man further back. Then he should attack again now. By waiting, he's waiting too long.
Teeing up that big right hand, Paunov. It bounced off again and again. Final few seconds, the right hand scores off the shoulder this time. And that is it. Have you got it?
I've got it 1 round apiece. Now, I thought the first round went to Gunnar now, but the second round there, I think Paunov did the better work. Scrappy though, and close. Both rounds were close. And I have a feeling that probably Paunov, they may have given it to him on, you know, he's on home territory, but I think it's 1 each. That was a good sneaky little right hand there, just beat his opponent to the punch. Bit scrappy here. Both need to do a little bit more work on the inside. But good movement from Gunnar now, getting back to the centre. Nothing landing at all there, was there?
So, 3 minutes then to turn this fight round in their favour. Paunov of Bulgaria. The blue trunks with the bald head and the crew cut. Gunnar now, who's wrestled his way through quite a bit of this fight, especially when you're getting close contact like this.
He's clever because he's not being allowed to be pushed back, holding his ground. Paunov now landing with some better shots, showing signs of frustration here and there, the way he's walking forward, hands high, trying to make his man lead off.
Again, by the time the punch arrives, it's thrown from such a distance away, there's nothing on it.
Well, when you're boxing someone who's sitting back all the time as boxing as a counter-puncher, you've either got to smother him or you've got to make him lead. He's a counter-puncher, he doesn't like to lead. He likes to force you into making mistakes and then he counters you, so you must try and make him lead off.
Good right uppercut that time from Paunov, and he followed it up with a decent left hook as well. That's the best combination we've seen, certainly in this round. He's almost got this, it's gone past languid, it's arrogant. He's walking in with no defence whatsoever, the arms are down, it's almost like the old gunslinger.
Yeah. He has got decent skills though, Paunov.
He's got a minute left, try the uppercut then.
Yeah, lovely shot again. Gunnar now just showing signs there, that bad body language there. Just wincing in the face, now being forced back to the corner. That's a bad position to be in.
A bit of blood around the lip, he's just taken a cut.
See, ring craft has been so important for Gunnar now throughout this contest, and he's held centre very well, but now he's been allowed to be pushed back. He's been beaten to the shot here and there, showing some signs from his face that things aren't going his way, and that encourages your opponent to come on.
Well, I think unless he does something dramatic with the last couple of punches here inside 10 seconds, then the victory is for the local hero.
Yeah, I'll be very surprised if Pauno hasn't won this contest. I did think he did enough in that last round. He sensed it himself. Lazy sort of fighter, very low hands.
Here we go then, let's get the decision.
By unanimous decision and qualify for the final, Milan Pauno!
So he's just done enough. We're going to take another short break. Stay with us. We've got 2 events left to come.
For the Biggersbetterboxing International Prestige fight. In the blue corner, coming from Bulgaria, Todoro!
A debut for this 6'5" heavyweight, or cruiser stroke heavyweight.
And in the red corner, coming from Romania, is the BB King 2011, Constantin Bejenaru!
Well, here he comes, Bejenaru, who is just 27 years of age now. Comes from a pedigree amateur background, 150 fights, 140 wins. 9-time national champion, European bronze and silver medalist, turned pro last year. With 2 appearances here at these events, won all 6 fights, culminating with a victory over Ed Monzo in the final.
Time, Mr. Klaus Hagemann.
Of boxing, no touching after break. When I take a count, go in the neutral corner. Okay? Shake hands, please. Step back. Thank you.
So this is a 4-rounder. Bejenaru produced some eye-catching performances. He only stopped one, Maxim Pedura, who he stopped within 31 seconds of the second round. That was in his first fight since he turned pro on the first night of this Biggersbetterboxing tournament he took. This guy he's up against, Todorov, is a World Championship bronze medalist and silver medalist in kickboxing. So the kickboxer against the boxer again. And on 9 out of 10 occasions when those two line up together, it is the boxer that wins. Well, it is until this moment. When the kickboxer Todorov just drops in Bejenaru.
Well, that's a turn-up for the boxers. We've been really impressed with Bejenaru in the 2 previous tournaments we've seen him in. And he's sort of wiped the field away, hasn't he?
Well, was that
his skills, but he got caught with a shot there.
So, fluke or not? First time inside a professional boxing ring for this giant 6'5" kickboxer. And he's already dropped the Biggersbetterboxing king of last year. Inside 30 seconds, so. Good right uppercut that from Bejenaru. But he's got a lot to aim at there as well, so it's time to see if he can get back and do some work to Todorov's body. But Todorov in decent condition. He's being active. He's not somebody that's been in and out of the ring once every couple of months. This guy has been active pretty much for the last 6 years or so as a kickboxer. Done a bit of MMA in there as well.
Oh, he walked onto a punch there. That was superb from Bejinaru.
Yeah, great left hook, and he followed it up with a combination to the body that rocked his man as well. Now his punch is beginning to find some range. Don't think this might go 4 rounds.
Yeah, what he's doing is getting in close and then whipping shots over the top, isn't he? And we've seen him do that many, many times. But I think Todorov, he should be concentrating himself maybe on his right hand, and especially the right uppercut, because Bejinaru, again, he's coming in very low, but he's still not recovered here, Todorov.
Yeah, a bit dazed and confused, switching well and swiftly from body to head then, Bejinaru.
Yeah, lovely straight left to the body, and then he switched back upstairs with that right hook. Got good skills.
He's got him now stuck in the corner. He's got to do some work to get out of there. He sensibly didn't stay there for too long and came out swinging then. Well, it seems like a distant bad memory, that opening exchange where he was dropped to the floor. And his head perfectly clear now, Bejinaru.
Yeah, it certainly woke him up, hasn't it?
End of the first round then.
Well, it was a great opening.
There it is.
There's it is, yeah. That right hand of Todorov walked back to the corner. Super punch that was. But then he walked onto a couple of big shots himself. Look at the body work as well from Bejinaru. Just catches his man upstairs, but then a couple of good hooks downstairs as well. Switches his attacks well, Bejinaru. And this man, this Todorov, struggled then as the round went on, just couldn't find his range. Again at the start of the round, there's that shot.
Bit too overconfident then, Bejinaru. There it goes. Peach of a shot with the right hand. Here we go, round 2 of 4 here. No reason to believe we're not going to see anything other than Bejinaru coming out swinging, looking for that big shot finish, and he very nearly caught one there with a big overhand left. And it's the pace, isn't it, that Bejinaru fights at?
Yeah, he's got good work rate, very fit boxer. Just can't believe Todorov's not throwing a right uppercut against a man who's much shorter than you, who's coming forward. It should be the most natural shot to throw. Step into your left, tee it up with the jab, and then just whip that right uppercut as he comes forward.
Again, good work to the body.
Hurtful punches there. What I like about Bejinaru, Timmy, he plans his attacks from the thinking distance. He's out of punching range, and then he moves in and lands some quality shots, switching the attack as well.
But he can do nothing here apart from trying to stay out of range of some of these big shots from Bejinaru. Todorov. His first professional fight. He's finding out how tough life can be here against a comparative novice as well. When you think about it, he did have a decent amateur record. Bejinaru, 9-time Romanian champion. He was a bronze medalist at the European Championships. So he knows his way about.
Bejinaru as well, good head movement there. Just standing in front of his opponent as if he's teasing him. He's a typical counter puncher on the front foot. Bejinaru coming forward, waiting for his opponent to maybe throw a jab, fall short with the shot, and then he whips the punches over.
Never does the same thing twice in succession, really, does he, Bejinaru? Problem for Todorov is he doesn't know where the next punch is coming from. There's the overhand, the big overhand with his left then. Just trying to blast his way through that flailing defense now of Todorov.
Todorov now starting to struggle with the actual movement of Bejinaru. The head movement's good from the Romanian. And his accuracy just isn't there. Look, there you go. Just falls short and then walks onto a shot. Good round again from Bejinaru.
Into a professional life. Well, he's had that brief, very fleeting moment of success with the right hand that dropped him, but he's never been able to build on anything. He's never been allowed to for a start.
You've just got to try and keep this man at range, haven't you? If you let him on the inside, he's so dangerous. His head movement's good. He whips punches up at different angles. He'll work the body and then he'll switch upstairs. And you've just got to keep pouring that left jab out and just keep your man at bay.
It is mesmerising head movement then.
Yeah, just teasing his opponent and just trying to draw the lead. That's all he's doing there, staying on the outside, trying to draw the lead. And when his opponent falls short with the punch, he then comes back with the counter. But what I like about Bejinaru is he won't wait either, Tim. If that's not working, then he'll go on the front foot and force the attack and actually beat his man to the punch. Lovely shot.
Great left hook then from Bejinaru. Really good shot. And again.
But look, he's there to be hit. He's certainly there to be hit. That's probably what makes him, you know, just such an exciting little prospect. You can see he's had good amateur pedigree, you know, and he's probably been to so many multi-nations tournaments all over the world. You can just see it. Very well-schooled boxer.
This again, another great left hook, and Todorov is taking a succession of pretty big shots in this round. Again, good shots to the body on the break. He just cannot hit his man.
Very frustrating.
Bit of a wild swing then. You haven't seen that too often that he's missed. And Todorov, it's all he can do to actually remain vertical here. And it comes then to the fourth and final round.
Well, I think another good round, Tim, for him. I think he won that. He's forcing the pace all the time. Certainly not a lazy fighter. Just keeps working away. Eventually gets one over the top there. But look at the head movements here. Rolls that head. That was perfect there. The way he drew that punch from his opponent, and then he just steps back and then he counters.
Difficulty is, I suppose, when you're looking at these performances he's put in the two competitions that he's had, when he won this Bigger's Better thing back in December, you can't really get a gauge about how good he is because he's not fighting in his own weight division. There's no weight division here. It's anything up to a super heavyweight. So you don't know how much power he's carrying, because if you just look at the performances he's had, he's only stopped once. So the temptation would be to think, oh, he hasn't got a big shot. But then, you know, he's not going to be meeting too many 6'5" fighters if he goes to fight as either a light heavy or maybe even as a cruiser.
And also we've seen him in tournaments over 3 rounds. I mean, this is the 4th round, so can he continue at this pace? He's certainly got good signs, I think, there. I think he's very fit. And I think he's got skills. I think he's very good actually at avoiding shots as well.
Well, there might be a reappraisal from Todorov about where he's going after this 4-rounder. As he said, it's the first time he's been into a professional boxing ring. Might be the last time.
Well, Todorov's just allowed his man on the inside far too much, and he's been bullied here, Todorov. Right from, well, certainly from that right hand that he delivered. After that, he seemed to go into a shell. Bejenaru controls the pace of the contest, certainly.
He's just centimeters away from landing that left hand.
That's why it's so important when you're tall against these smaller opponents. You use that jab. You've got to measure that gap.
I don't think he's barely thrown a jab.
No.
In 4 rounds.
And look how tall. Look at the height and reach he's got over his man here. And as you've said, he's hardly thrown a jab.
A good start to the year, this, for Bejenaru, easing himself into what's going to be quite a busy year for him.
Yeah, I think he's got to be carefully matched, and you know, moved on to 6-rounders, 6- and 8-round contests.
He made a point about the fitness. I mean, he does look in good condition, looks fit enough. I mean, he hasn't just failed off badly in this final 4th round. It's the first time he's been into a 4th round of any fight. And there we are, that is the end. And that should be a nice comprehensive victory here for Bejenaru.
I think the first round may have been even, but certainly rounds 2, 3, and 4 was this man's. Control things very well, even in that final round there. Good shots. His accuracy was superb. That was a lovely 1-2 from Bejenaru. That uppercut there, that wasn't bad. And he called the referee.
So then here comes the decision.
Big applause for both fighters, for Todorov and Bejenaru. the winner by majority decision and still undefeated in 7 professional fights, from Romania, Constantin Bejinaru, the BB King 2011.
A little bit.
In the blue corner, he's coming from Angola but based in Holland. He's a kick, Thai and MMA fighter. Please, ladies and gentlemen, Enriquez Soa! And coming from Bulgaria, he is a kickboxer and a professional fighter. Please welcome Milan Pono! And the referee for his final is from Bulgaria, Mr. Konda.
Gentlemen, know the rules of Biggersbetterboxing. I need to strictly follow them. I repeat again, it's forbidden to deliver ball to the neck, spina vertebra, under the belt. Good luck, both of you. Shake hands and back to the corners.
This is the finals, 3 minutes, 3 round of Biggersbetter number 10.
So then, here we go. Panov will come out and go on the prowl, and Zawa will maybe do what he's done in the previous 2 fights, which is be a bit more economical. Oh, dear. Oh, no. He hasn't just turned his ankle, has he?
Oh, I don't know what's happened there.
Oh, that would be a disaster. I'll tell you what, that reminds me of Odlanier Solis, remember?
Yeah,
the Cuban.
true. Let's have a look what happened here.
Ooh, just there.
I don't think he went over on his ankle.
He's done something. Well, we'll soon get an indication of whether he can continue. Well, thankfully, whatever it was, it appears, hopefully, to only be temporary.
Very strange. I've seen that before.
And they haven't stopped the clock. A bit ridiculous, that, to be perfectly honest. They did it in the first fight. I mean, it is a basic rule, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
He's still moving a little bit gingerly.
Yeah, he's a bit unsteady, isn't he? On his feet, Zawa.
Needs to do, though, what he was doing in those opening fights, which is just pick off nice, clean jabs. And then that right uppercut of his, but then standing opposite him is a man equally as capable of throwing a powerful right uppercut.
Oh, good right hand there. Left up to the body and then switched it with the right hand over the top.
He isn't getting up from that, and I don't think whatever it was that happened to him, he isn't right. He hasn't been right.
I don't think he wants to carry on, to be quite honest. Body language is not good at all.
Again, we need a better camera angle to see the shot that he landed there. Paunov, you can see from the way he's standing, it's almost like he's dragging his foot with him. And he isn't
not right.
No, he isn't right. But obviously something's gone wrong because the clock is way past 0, so maybe they've switched to an alternate timing system here.
Far too easy this for Paunov. He's very, very confident this pace is actually suiting him.
It's a right hand then from Zawa. And then a right uppercut, following on from the left hook.
Well, that was impressive there from Panov, because it was a double left hook. It was left hook to the body, then he switched it to the head in the same combination. But Zawa here has just got to concentrate on keeping those punches long. He needs that gap between himself and Panov. Panov's round, definitely.
Well, he might not have to raise his game that far to win this.
It was a crazy start, wasn't it? The way he sort of went over on that leg.
Oh, he did turn it.
You know, that was after, though, Tim, the original.
As he was going, wasn't it? There. Round 2 of 3 then in this final. Now he appears to have a bit more movement in it, in that right ankle and that right foot. So he's moving a bit easier, a bit freer than he was in the previous round. He needs to do something now.
Just got to watch his movement though, Zawa here. Keeps drifting round to the left. So he's inviting that right hand over the top. And this Panov, we know that he can throw that shot very accurately as well. So Zawa, I would suggest he's got to keep moving to his right as well as his left. Got to mix it up a little bit.
He's going off on the hunt. He realizes that he hasn't really offered a lot in the round and a half we've been in this final. He's being dominated a little bit here by Panov, who's still landing the bigger, the cleaner, the better shots.
Well, Panov, he prefers to finish his combinations with that left hook. So that right hand of his more or less takes him into the range, and there's the left hook just on cue. But with any opponent who prefers to land that left hook, you know, they've got to get close to you to actually land that shot. It's a bent arm punch, so you've got to then concentrate on maybe keeping it and boxing at range.
But he's been under pressure, Zawa, in both the fights that he's had so far this evening against Jovanovic. It was certainly more in his face than Panov is here, and he coped with it then. But he's not coming back with an awful lot in this fight as he was against Jovanovic and as he was against Gottschalk, the German. That's a bit better. Just about a half a minute left to go in this second round. Zawa done a little bit better, but has he done enough to win the round?
Well, he's certainly done better, as you've said, Tim. I'd like to see him throw a few more jabs, faster, sharper shots.
Good
there you go,
speed,
just a simple punch.
Panov.
There you get. And a straight 1-2 maybe from Zawa.
A big, deep breath from Panov. They just knocked him off balance then, Zawa. And the end of the round, better round, but did he do enough?
Yeah, this is it. You know, we're in Bulgaria against a local man.
That'll be a no then.
Yeah, well, it may have been a 10-10 round, but the first round was certainly a 10-8 because of the knockdown. So he's got it all to do now, Zawa. Well, similarly, as he's gone through the tournament, we've said he's got better, and he's getting a little bit better in this contest, isn't he? Certainly did a lot better in that second round. But he's in against a big puncher here, so his jab has got to be very fast and accurate. He's got to get back to the on-guard position very quickly, otherwise he walks onto that right round over the top.
What we haven't seen, actually, from Zauer is him up his game, have we? He's fought the same way in 3 rounds of the 2 previous fights. He's now going to have to just raise his game a little bit.
I think there's something about him, Tim, but he's just lack of experience, probably.
Yeah. Good point, because this is a guy, as we said, has been in a professional ring on 1 occasion in his career so far. He is primarily a kickboxer, but he's made the move across the codes as smooth as anybody that we've seen in this event.
Fast, explosive work there from Paunov. He's got a low work rate, but when he actually unloads with those shots, very, very quick. Fast bursts.
Well, you can see the finishing line here now. Paunov just over 2 minutes away. And a nice big check for his night's work here, and all the preparation that's gone into it, as he just bats away with that left hand, looking to try and open it up for a right uppercut of his.
You see, pace-wise, it couldn't be better for Paunov. He's loving this type of pace. He's quite lazy at times. When he does throw, he throws fast shots, but he needs to be up against someone who's going to push him probably a little bit more. Zauer's got to... that's it. That's better work, and just keep the work rate up.
Well, the home crowd are bang on side here, cheering their man home, but Zauer isn't over and done with yet. It's a good effort from him. Sweeping left hand from Zauer. It's as good as anything he's thrown it. But there's simply more power, they're more eye-catching. He's thrown the majority of the punches again. Well, he was reaching slightly with that right hand.
That was a good shot, good right hand from Zauer there, and he knows it, look. Needed more of this.
Again, this variation, you never know what's coming, do you, from Paunov?
Well, Paunov there, that was a rare shot, leading with a left uppercut. You don't see that very often, so he has got talent and skill.
Half a minute left here.
But at the same time, Tim, these are only 3-round fights, you know. I think Paunov put him in a 10-round, and what would he be like? I mean,
he wouldn't be there, would he?
No, of course he wouldn't.
End of the 5th or the 6th, he'd be out on his feet. And that's the problem that Paunov has got. He goes on from here. If he gets the victory and the money, he'll take an appearance in the final where they fight for that share of the £45,000-50,000 purse. But has he got a serious career as a professional? Probably not.
Probably not. Well, he's won this fight, but I think classic case of Zauer, he'll be kicking himself. He's raising his hands there, but I don't think he's done enough to win it. He'll be kicking himself after this. He knows he should have worked a little bit more. Total lack of experience, I would say. But Paunov, for me, has won it.
Well, it'll be up to 6-0 then tonight for Paunov as a pro. He had the victories last time out. We saw him in Biggersbetterboxing. I think it was back in October time.
Join us in the ring, please. Every fighter, please.
So just collating those final scores then, and everybody else invited back into the ring. It's been a slightly extended show here tonight.
Everybody,
due to the fact that we've had no stoppages.
Боксер номер 10 тази вечер е Милен Пауно!
Winner by unanimous decision, Milan Pauno.
So it's a unanimous decision victory, and there's his check for $15,000.